Hello, guys, and happy Saturday to all of you. I got a lot of stuff lately, and I decided to make everything possible to use at least one time the stamps that I got. So, today, before I start working, I will be sharing with you a very quick card, and I'm gonna feature this stamp set by Honeybee. As you can see, this set has a bunch of sentiments. I love this brush letter font. It's on trend lately. It also has some hearts, either outlines as solid stamps, sequins and confetti, some smaller hearts also, and a lot of elements that you can stamp on your cards to fill in your backgrounds. It's a very fun stamp set. So I just taped my paper down. I have this wooden tray from some Christmas ornaments, I believe it came with. And I'm gonna be stamping the large heart, the outline one, with my distress inks, and I have here cracked pistachio, worn lipstick, tumble glass, and mustard seed. It's gonna fill in a background. The card will be very simple and quick to make. You can customize this in the colors that you want. You can also do like a gradient effect and start with the darkest and continue with the lightest ones. And I'm making sure to clean my stamp in between each color. Now I'm gonna smoosh each of the color onto this packaging here, as I'll be coloring each of the hearts with the correspondent color. So I'm just gonna drop in water, and then I'll pick a bit of the color and just drop it in and let the water do its thing. And that's why I chose to tape my paper down, because I'm adding plenty of water, and if the color goes out of those lines, it won't look that pretty. And once this first layer dries, I will add more color. And this heart right here has too much colors, so what I will be doing is I will just flick some water on top, and then I'm gonna pick it up with my paper towel. There are a lot of ways you can color with distress inks. This technique of picking water is pretty neat. It adds a lot onto the watercolor effect. And the more you leave it onto your paper, the more color you will lift. And the more darker the color is, the more obvious those splatters will be. So as you can see, I'm just going back and forth until I get the look that I like. And I'm gonna fill in some of the areas here with the smaller stamps from this set, and I will stamp the medium heart. also be stamping some of these sequins. There are separate sequins or a cluster of 3, and I'm using the cluster of 3, but I'm inking just 1, and I will fit it in depending on the size that I have, the space that I have left. Now I'll be adding a bit of shimmer. Actually, I think I want to add some highlights, and I will use my white gel pen. And now I'm gonna apply the shimmer, and we'll avoid that white highlight that I made. Also, be careful to clean your brush in between the colors, because the Wink of Stella is water-based and the distress ink will react, and if you don't brush off your tip, you might transfer the colors. I so love how all these hearts sparkle. They're just so pretty. Okay, and now I'm gonna leave this to dry, and then we'll stamp my sentiment. So now I can remove the tape. I'm just putting them back onto my roll. See how it tears my paper? Because my canson here is not as thick as it should be, maybe for this type of tape, or maybe I should just go much more slower. And I'm gonna trim a bit from the sides, and I'm bringing in my Misty for stamping the sentiment, just in case I need to stamp 2 times, because the watercolor cardstock has its own texture and it's not smooth as regular paper. So if I don't get a good stamping, I can re-stamp. I'm going to stamp the throw kindness around like it's confetti, and I will stamp it a bit to the side here. And I'm gonna be stamping with black ink because I want to have a bit of contrast. Okay, and I'm gonna restamp this one more time. As you can see, I didn't get a good impression there. And that's why Misty is so great. It allows you to do these magic things. Okay, and I think I have something on my stamp. Yes, my stamp was dirty, so I'm gonna be inking only that part where my T is. Maybe it picked a bit of that Wink of Stella because it's not completely dry. For my card base, I am using the Nina Solar White 80-pound cardstock. Unfortunately, my blades from the trimmer are all leaving frizz, so I'm just using my file here. Okay, and I think I'm gonna be mounting this with a bit of foam. Actually, it's not a bit, it's a whole panel. I prefer using panels of craft foam when I'm mounting my card bases instead of strips, because I've noticed that with the strips, in time you get like bumps, and I don't like that. And I will be finishing this off with some clear sequins. And I think I'm gonna be stamping one more of those little hearts, just because I don't like how it finishes here. It pretty much seems to be like a straight line. Okay, so here is my finished card, all sparkly and bright. I really love this heart stamp. It's very playful. I made another card just pretty much the same like this one, but instead of doing this watercolor effect, I just colored the hearts entirely with color. I didn't add the drops or nothing like that. I hope I gave you some inspiration. I thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be seeing you soon. Bye bye.